Hello everyone, welcome to this biomechanics series. In this video, I'm going to talk about the fourth and fifth kinematic variable. So first we will start with the fourth kinematic variable, that is the magnitude of displacement. So if you are preparing for your master's or a job examination, then MCQ solution is the only way. So I have uploaded MCQs in the description box and it's absolutely free of cost. So try to solve those MCQs whenever you get the time. Now you can also buy the biomechanics book that I have followed throughout this series from the link given in the description box. So as I already told you, there are two basic motions, rotatory and translatory. So first we will talk about the magnitude of rotatory motion. When we say this, the first thing that comes into our mind is the range of motion that we measure in our department. So range of motion is nothing but the magnitude of rotatory motion that a body segment moves or can move through. Now moves means active range of motion, or can move through means passive range of motion. So it is measured by goniometer and the method is called goniometry. Now in this figure you can see it is a universal goniometer with three parts, that is the movable arm, the static arm and the body. Now the unit of range of motion is degrees in US units and radian in SI units. One complete circle of rotation is equals to 360 degrees of rotation and it is equals to 6.28 radian. Now if we convert them, it is 1 radian is equals to 57.3 degrees and 1 degrees is equals to 0.017 radian. Now try to remember these values as MCQs may come from these values. Now the second basic motion is the translatory motion and we will talk about the magnitude of the translatory motion. So it is the linear distance through which the object or segment is displaced. Now it is mainly measured by a measuring tape. The units are foot in US unit, centimeter in CGS unit and meter in SI unit. 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter and 1 inch is equals to 2.54 centimeter. The clinical example of this translatory motion measurement is 6-minute walk test. It is basically done to measure the cardiovascular endurance. Now the fifth variable or the last variable of kinematics, that is the rate of displacement. Now when we talk about the rate, the first thing that comes into our mind is velocity and speed. Now when we talk about this, velocity and speed are only different because velocity has a direction and speed has no direction. But in the Norkin book, in both of these cases, they mention displacement. I personally do not agree with this term displacement when I am using it in speed, because displacement is a vector quantity which has a direction. So instead of displacement, I will prefer to write it as distance. Now unit for both velocity and speed is meter per second in SI unit, centimeter per second in CGS and feet per second in US unit. The unit for angular velocity or speed is radian per second in SI unit and degree per second in US unit. Now the second thing is the acceleration. Acceleration is the rate of velocity or basically velocity per unit time. It is expressed as a, which we can also call it as v by t. Now unit of linear acceleration is meter per second square in SI unit, centimeter per second square in CGS unit and feet per second square in US unit. Now the unit for angular acceleration is radian per second square in SI unit and degree per second square in US unit. Now if you want to measure the values more accurately, we can use an electrogoniometer, but these are mainly used in research purposes. Now electrogoniometer documents the three-dimensional motion in real life with a very perfect value. Now in this figure you can see this graph portrays not only the angle between two bony segments at each point, but it also detects the direction of motion, and the steepness of this curve represents the velocity. In the second curve, it plots the variation in linear acceleration of a body segment over time without regard to the joint angle. Okay, so that's all for this video. In the next part, we will talk about the forces. I hope you have liked the video. Please do like, share and subscribe. And you can also join my Telegram channel to get the previous year papers and all the notes, everything. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.